All right, we're going to go through chapter 10 on edible portion cost together. So this is edible portion cost is kind of taking costing and yield percent and putting it together. So let's go. All right, edible portion cost. So edible portion cost is referred to as EPC, and it's the cost per unit of fabricated or clean fruits and vegetables. It could also be meat, anything that you're kind of trimming or breaking down and not using all of. All right, kind of what we practice in yield percent. So the formula for this is edible portion cost equals as purchased cost, also known as APC, divided by the yield percent in decimal format. Now, sometimes it doesn't necessarily give you the as purchased cost, so you might have to do some further math, but you'll see what I mean. All right, so here's your first practice problem. You need 60 pounds of washed broccoli, which costs $1.86 per pound. And broccoli has a 75% yield. What is the EPC? All right, so what we're going to have to do is you don't know what the total as purchased cost is because you only know how much it is for 1 pound of broccoli. So you're going to have to take it and set it up as 60 pounds of washed broccoli times $1.86. To know the total actual cost of the broccoli. All right, so let's set that up. So here, right here, I did it where we are taking 60 pounds total of the washed broccoli and you're timesing that by $1.86. And when you do that, that is going to give you your total cost of the broccoli. All right, so you take 60 times $1.86 and you get $111.60, and then you are going to divide that by 0.75 because 75% yield percent, so we're putting that as a decimal, and then you'd end up the EPC is $148.80. All right, so there's that first one. All right, so here's two more practice problems, and again, you're going to have to do additional math because it doesn't just give you the straight up as purchase cost. You have to actually calculate it. So the first one is on cauliflower. The second one is on basil. So let's do those together. All right, so the first one, what is the EPC for 9 pounds of cauliflower, which costs $2.01 per pound and has a 45% yield? So you're going to take your 201, which is the cost for 1 pound of cauliflower, and you're going to multiply that by 9 because it's 9 total pounds of cauliflower, and you get $18.09. We're going to divide that by your 45% yield percent as a decimal. And you should get $40.20, which is your edible portion cost. All right, and now the last one. So what is the EPC for a quarter cup of basil, which costs $2.90 for a pound with a 90% yield? All right, so how are we going to set this up? Because the quarter, it's as a quarter cup. So let's think about this. So we're going to take our as purchased price of $2.90 for your basil, because that's how much it's for a pound, and you're going to divide that by 4, and we get rounded up 73 cents. You're going to divide that by 0.9 because it's a 90% yield. Okay, and you're going to get 0.805555, and you're round that up to 81 cents for your edible purchase cost. All right. Now what you're going to do is you are going to go through, you're going to use these formulas, and you're going to do complete problem 1, 2, and 3. These are a little bit more in depth, so make sure you're breaking them down, and you can watch the chapter 10 written practice problems videos to check your work. Thank you.